changes in architecture are expected in a recently founded capital city in the 4th century. During the formation of the city of Constantinople, primarily large public areas were created for ceremonies and urban gatherings. The boundaries of the city were enlarged with the walls by Constantine I and later by Theodosius II until the city covered all of the Historic Peninsula. The main streets and public spaces were organized in relation with the topography. The main avenue Mese started from the Milion and crossed several large fora, public spaces often adorned with monumental columns, which were constructed in the first 2 centuries of the empire and played an important role in the everyday life of the citizens of this newly founded capital. Milion used to stand in the middle of the city, in today's Sultanahmet Square. It was considered as the origin by marking the starting point of all roads within the empire, and distances to several major centers were recorded on it. This structure was built a short while after the city started to be reconstructed by Constantine in 324, and it was located at the beginning of the main avenue Mese. It had a square plan and a central dome carried by 4 arches resting on 4 pillars, hence it was a tetrapylon bejeweled with statues. Mese was the central avenue of the city throughout the Roman and Byzantine period. It started around the lively spot where the Milion once stood. Then it led to the Forum of Constantine. After that, it reached to the Forum of Theodosius or Forum Tauri. After passing by Philadelphian, the road split into 2, one heading to the Forum of Arcadius and the other one towards Edirne Kapı. The one headed to Forum of Arcadius continues until Porta Aurea, the Golden Gate, which used to be the principal gate of the walls of Constantine. After the construction of the walls of Theodosius, Mese was extended accordingly. The extension of Mese was known as Via Egnatia in the Balkan Peninsula, and it existed before Constantinople was founded, connecting Thrace region to Byzantion in the past. Mese can be considered as an output of Roman architecture. However, all the fora and the sumptuous structures around this avenue, which turned it into the backbone of the city, were built gradually in centuries. The width of the road was about 25 meters, with 2-storied porticos on both sides. Between those porticos, various shops and commercial areas were located, and they served as a market and were called agora. Fora were squares, usually surrounded by columns and monumental buildings, where people gathered for public matters. There were several fora, built within the first 2 centuries of the Byzantine Empire along the main avenue Mese. These spaces were richened by monumental columns in the middle, generally with references to emperors or their victories. Let's go over some of these fora. The Forum of Constantine was considered as the main forum of the city. It was built by Constantine I at the beginning of the 4th century. Since the Praetorium used to be here with other administrative buildings, this forum was the administrative center of the city. The forum had an oval-shaped plan and marble flooring tiles. The column of Constantine used to be in the middle of the Forum of Constantine. It has been built after Constantine became the only emperor in 324. It was a part of the triumphal procession route which initiated at the Golden Gate and ended at the Great Palace Complex. The column held a large statue of Constantine on top. Probably the largest one of Constantinople, Forum of Theodosius was built during the reign of Theodosius I. As an outcome of the rivalry with Rome, this forum was very similar to Forum of Trajan in Rome. In the middle of this forum stood Column of Theodosius. This monumental column took columns of Trajan and Marcus Aurelius in Rome as examples with the internal spiral staircase, spiral reliefs, and an imperial statue on top. It was around 40 meters tall and it was made of white marble. Forum of the Ox used to be on Mese as well. It was located where Aksaray Square stands today. It was constructed after the year 380. The forum has been used as an open market and also as a space where executions took place. A statue of a bull used to stand in the middle of this forum, hence the name Forum of the Ox was given. The construction of Forum of Arcadius was initiated by Emperor Arcadius after his victory against Gainas, a general of the Goths. However, when he died in 408, the construction was not finished, and it was completed by his son Theodosius II. A glorious statue of Arcadius was placed on the column of Arcadius, which stood in the middle of the forum. It was inaugurated in 421. This forum used to be located at today's Haseki district, and the base of the column still stands.